What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Universal Bros Unplugged podcast, where we talk about everything Universal. This is episode 31. We're going to dive into some Easter eggs around Universal Studios and islands, I believe.
Islands in general, so
And
yeah.
get the insight on that. That being said, let's get in with the intro.
And we're back.
Alrighty, let's get into City Walk talk. What's going on in City Walk? Like I mentioned in the previous episode, this is going to be more depth about the holidays. So, this being involving Grinchmas and the new Whoville tree lot. Seuss Landing is decked out with holiday decorations, including the new Whoville tree lot. This space will feature a collection of whimsical trees themed to various Dr. Seuss characters. Guests may encounter Who's Wandering the Land. The Grinch meet and greet will return daily to Honk Honkers and enjoy a live retelling of How the Grinch Stole Christmas with the Grinchmas Hula Day Spectacular featuring music by Mannheim Streamroller. The show will be performed at 10:15 a.m., 11:15 a.m., basically all throughout the day, daily. And then of course Christmas decorations, New York and Universal Studios Florida and other areas of the park will also be decorated for the holidays. Plus, guests can encounter character in holiday outfits. So that's gonna wrap up City Walk talk.
Yeah.
Wanted to make it short. There's a lot more holiday stuff to go over on the next episode.
Yeah.
Revolving the new park, because this is its first year.
Right. In the holidays.
It's first time in the holidays.
It's pretty crazy.
That is pretty trippy.
I've seen a couple glimpses online of people posting, especially in the Paris area, and, Ministry of Magic.
Yeah, that's gonna be
a lot of beautiful garland and
Yeah.
everything up.
Yeah.
Beautiful wreaths and everything. Exactly what you expect from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Just absolute massive
Yeah.
Christmas decorating and everything.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, Seuss Landing goes all out.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it is going to be packed daily at Honk Honkers just to meet the Grinch.
That being said, let's get into the episode. It's episode 31. We're talking Easter eggs. Easter eggs around the park. Some cool things that if you're going to the parks, or if you just want to know, here's some secret things that the naked eye might not see. You might
most
miss.
people don't even know about most of these. There's a lot of the surface level ones, right? That a lot of the pass holders know about.
Yeah.
But for example, I compiled like a list of give or take 20 that are fairly well known. Some are a little bit of a deep cut.
Yeah.
Right. But there are so many that it's kind of, they're well in the hundreds, I would say, from all the research I did and I was looking into. There are so many things that some of them might not even be visual. Some of them might be, references.
Yeah, or audio.
Exactly. Yeah. Between the Wizarding World, Jurassic Park, Seuss Landing, then all the studios, and we're not even touching about all the Easter eggs that are in Epic that either have yet to been discovered.
There's a couple there. I know of a couple
or
there
there's
as
a couple
well,
that already exist now that people have seen consistently in the park's first year.
Isn't that insane?
It is crazy. It's crazy. It's a baby park. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just started walking.
Yeah. So here, let's
tripped a couple times, landed on his face, but
but no, well,
okay.
Things are expected. Yeah.
Anyways,
so one of the first Easter eggs I want to talk about, and this one is in regards to an attraction that's no longer there, but here's something that happens at a lot of Universal. Most of these Easter eggs are paying tribute to attractions that are no longer in the park, kind of as like a tip of the hat.
Yeah.
Right, so one of them you'll find at the very front of studios, a little bit in the Hollywood Boulevard section, just past the Bourne Stuntacular.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what the Bourne Stuntacular used to be?
Yeah, Terminator.
It was the Terminator 3D show.
Right.
And so this one, in one of the facades, off to, if you're facing Bourne Stuntacular, off to the left, there is an auto parts store.
Mm-hmm.
Old-timey auto parts store from like the 60s or 50s. And in there is a can of motor oil. One of them has the actual silhouette of the Terminator on his motorcycle with the iconic shotgun.
Yeah, it's the only one differing from all the other
Exactly.
oil cans.
Yeah. That's That's one of those ones when I initially had gotten my annual pass the first year. I was just looking into the park, and all the cool little tidbits that you can find around the park, and that was one of the ones that I found, and I was like, wow, that's super cool. I'm a huge fan of the Terminator.
Yeah.
So that's a really really cool one.
Yeah. What's a good one? I'm gonna give a new one for
Go
Epic.
for it, please.
Epic. So in Paris, in one of the windows, it's to represent from Fantastic Beasts.
Yes.
The scene. It's also a description of like how the kid's past of when he kills. So basically, in the window, you can see the shock of the green light up that room.
Yes.
And that's to represent when he killed his parents, his biological mother, I believe.
That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely got to see it at night, though. A lot of people say you can barely see it during the day.
Really?
Yeah. But at night, it's pretty evident.
That's pretty cool. When I was in Paris, when I went to Epic Universe for the first time, I actually got rained on when I was in Paris, and so I got stuck to one of the first facades on like the left side, because I initially got under the arc, and I then moved to like the awning that was there, and then some lady was already standing there, and she did the wand, one of the interactive wand spots, and the little Niffler came out in the jewelry shop.
Nice.
And he had like a bunch of shiny things in his hands.
Yeah.
Which I was explained, because I've never seen the Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
That's their thing. They're like little creatures. They love shiny stuff. This was sometimes people use them to either hold on to shiny things or to find shiny stuff, because that's like the one thing they're good at. Yeah. Which is pretty crazy. I wonder how many references. I'm sure there's many in the Dark Universe. Probably a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just harder to. How do you put an Easter egg in there? You know what I mean?
Well, it could be. Well, not all of them have to be callbacks to something else. Some of them could be references to a lot of the original Universal Monster films and things like that. Which, I mean, the entire place is essentially one giant Easter egg.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's kind of hard to put an Easter egg when it's kind of that moment. You know what I mean? Kind of like when you're walking in like London in studios.
Yes.
And you have the Order of the Phoenix, and then Creature comes up to a window.
Right, absolutely.
When you knock.
Well, I mean, here's one that I noticed immediately is that in the Frankenstein Manor, so the actual, when you're walking through the line, Victoria Frankenstein has the original Frankenstein's monster in a glass case being scanned. The actual corpse itself of the original monster.
Okay.
Which is pretty crazy.
But it doesn't look like Frankenstein?
It looks exactly like Frankenstein. It's the first monster. She has it there, and it's like being scanned, and it's showing you like details of it, and up close it looks insane.
Yeah. Does he move or no?
No,
because he's dead.
Because he's dead. But it's like the first iteration of the attempt to make life, and she has it there on display, which is pretty cool. Okay. So another Easter egg I have here on the list is there's two of them in Men in Black.
Okay. Yeah.
So one of them is they have an actual animatronic sitting of Steven Spielberg himself.
Yeah, and this one you have to be looking out for, and then that's when he's there and he
with the
pulls
newspaper.
The newspaper. Yeah.
But then also subsequently, either in the same area or a little bit farther down, you have the table with a whole bunch of like souvenir stuff on it, and the hats are moving up and down. One of the hats is a Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
It's like popping
It's
up and
so
down.
Funny.
Super, super fun.
Yeah.
Sticking to that area, I mean, obviously we have like the Jaws bathroom, which is probably the only remaining original structure.
So when you're in there, if you're taking a shit or peeing, you will hear the original. That bathroom has not been touched since the Jaws ride was there, and that's the original soundtrack from the theming of Amity Island.
And if you ever notice, one of the signs, I forget if it's the male or the female, the little silhouette person to designate which restroom you're going into, one of them is missing a leg on purpose.
Yeah, and then if a lot of people didn't know. I actually didn't know this for a while though. It was the phone booth, the red phone booth in London. If you go in there, there's a number. And it says for the Ministry of Magic, I think it's like 5555555.
From my research, it says like how like the phone booth obviously has the old school
has
numbers
with
the letters. You're supposed to put in magic.
Oh,
and
that's right.
That's the Ministry of Magic. You get the little
Yeah, and
the audio clip.
it's a little pre-recording.
Yeah, the flute system. Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's pretty cool.
because that's the visitors' entrance.
Exactly,
Supposedly.
exactly. Then they have like the facade for the record store.
Yeah, yeah.
Down there.
Which the record store has the vinyl for Jaws.
Yes.
Right. And
Yeah, it mentions the song that they're
which
singing
isn't
before.
true. It's a made-up song.
Right.
Made-up artwork as well. Then you go into Diagon Alley, and then for you guys that didn't know, if you go into Nocturne Alley,
Yeah.
you go to the Shrunken Heads. If you stand there for a minute, you'll catch them singing the same song that they sing in Jaws. While they're on the boat, and that's like their little dedication to Jaws. Also, the actual
animatronic shark
is buried.
One of them
underneath,
is buried under the actual foundation,
which we
of
found
Diagon
out
Alley.
in the last episode.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Question: is that so? The where the Shrunken Heads is at? I've been there before. Is that an interactive wand spot? I want to say yes.
No,
it's not.
No. The interactive wand spot is at the end of Nocturne Alley when you go back into the other spot. Remember, that's where the water thing is, the Aguamente.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
makes the fountain go. Remember that dumbass that was there? She was getting a fucking TikTok clip, and it was the cringiest.
It was very cringe
thing. Now,
there's a crowd forming.
Now hear me out. We are technically content creators,
right,
as of right now.
Yeah.
But that was the cringiest shit she was doing. It was like those people that you see
very
on
modern TikTok
on Instagram. Yeah, like oh my god, wow, and then they go and like those dumb bitches that step on a fucking expensive ass car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they stomp on it and break it. It had that same vibe. It wasn't like
they lack manners.
Yeah.
They have no sense of
screaming at the top of the
lung.
like everyone like turned around and just like stared at her. Dude, it was
there's kind of a crowd for me. I think I tried to boo her.
Yeah, you were drunk. You were drunk and you were like, boo.
I mean, yeah, dude. Like, for example, when I went to HHN, I went for about a week to Universal. Yeah. When I went and filmed all that stuff, one, I was not in anybody's way.
Yeah.
Right, because I don't want to ruin anyone else's experience.
You respect.
And yeah,
that it's a public space.
Exactly. We're all here to have fun. I'm not going to be like, getting in front of people that are trying to watch a live performance or something like that just so I can get a shot. That's rude. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
And she wanted like the space cleared, and she wanted all the attention.
That's wild. That's wild.
And it's like, once she saw that all eyes were on her, it like fed the stupidity even more. She just kept trying to be even cringier.
I hate seeing stuff like that at the park.
Yeah,
all the people that I follow, that are like Universal content creators, they're extremely respectful. They'll do their tidbits where they're talking to the camera and everything, usually at a very like more of like a secluded location to go and speak about things and all the content. You know what I mean?
That's the best part.
Right. At the end of the day, we're in a public space where other people are trying to, they're trying to enjoy their vacation.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go make a scene or somewhere to try to get a reaction. That's very low-hanging fruit. It's a shame. Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame seeing that type of stuff at the park.
Yeah, no, it was funny. You started booing her. You're really tipsy. You
had
been drinking.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
And I was like, and as I joined in, I was like, boo. a lot of people were looking at her like just not. They weren't. It wasn't laughing.
It's more confusion.
People were like, "What are you doing?"
If this is like a legit thing.
Yeah, it was more of like everyone looked at her with that face like, "This is ridiculous."
Very attention seeking.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very pick me.
Exactly.
Terrible stuff.
That's just gross, man.
Yeah.
Well,
but yeah. So another wonderful. Well, this one's in Islands. So, in River Adventure, there are certain scenes, obviously, when we're going on the ramp up, halfway through the ride.
Yeah.
A lot of the screens, there'll be flashes of Mr. DNA.
Yeah.
On some of the computer screens. Yeah. And if you really pay attention, in one of the control rooms that's displayed, where the Raptor's breaking in, for a short glimpse, there is Chris Pratt on a screen.
Yeah, I've seen that one,
as his character, Owen Grady.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
one
crazy.
of the newer ones since
that one was added,
Jurassic World came out,
in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Which is super, super cool. I was delving into this, so you know how like you have the two compies that are pulling at the team member's vest?
Mm-hmm.
near the boat, right?
Mhm.
That supposedly crashed into the dock.
Yeah.
People have said, so that one usually has a name tag on it. Some people have, I think, online confirmed that the name tag changes.
Really?
Yes,
You think
I
so?
couldn't get any more information than that. I was trying to dig into it a little bit more.
But like when?
Multiple people, so a lot of like the Orlando websites have like been talking about it, as far as like when it comes to Easter eggs and stuff like that. Some people said that they have noticed that the name tag changes, which is cool. I wonder if there's any validity to that. I'm gonna go when we go next time. I'm gonna go on River Adventure more than once and see if I can catch that.
Well, I don't know if they change it every time for the ride,
Who
but it
knows?
might be by day, maybe
Could be.
by yeah, it might be every
Every
other
once in a
day.
while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll go. We'll go
that's
on
cool.
it
I love
at
River
least once
Adventure.
every day.
I love River
Because
Adventure.
don't forget but when we go for our trip, actually, if we go for Mardi Gras, we still might be able to go on it one last time, depending
Right
on what
before the
time we go.
refurbishment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what the refurb's gonna look like. If it's gonna take a whole year, I wonder that's gonna be a hefty rehaul.
Well, it's gonna. Don't forget, it's what 11? No, not 11. 9 months.
Something like that. Yeah.
9 months. That's a lot, dude.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I know usually changing the skin on the dinosaurs, which they do yearly, I believe.
Yeah.
That only takes about a month or two.
Yeah.
A very short amount of time in
Yeah,
comparison.
but they
to,
also they'll alternate. Like the ride will be running, but like some of the dinosaurs will be out and some of them will.
Right. Yeah. I've been on it when they have had the brachiosaurs
Yeah.
removed.
Uh-huh.
You know.
They just put like a giant fence up.
Yeah, to cover the base animatronic.
It is really weird. Because
It
you're right
is
there and
weird.
it's like, here's the brachiosaur. And then you're just like, nothing.
It's nothing. It's just like a mesh gate
Yeah,
covering
exactly.
everything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Funny, though.
So sticking into the Jurassic Park section, and this one I found on my own, which is really cool. So you know how you have the Discovery Center?
Yeah.
There's 2 floors to it, right? Because obviously the area where you exit out of Velocicoaster is at a lower level than where for example, the carnival games are. So you have the first floor, which is the actual Discovery Center, where they have all the interactive games and the shopping and everything.
Yeah.
And then on the second floor, you have the actual Jurassic store
And the cafe.
and Burger Digs.
Yeah.
In that second floor, in the little store gift shop they have there, which is smaller, in one of the shelvings in the back, you can see they have a hard copy replica of the prop Dinosaur Detectives by Alan Grant from the movie. The book is actually there in one of the amongst like all the props.
Yeah, but like you don't think that it's like
No, it's not. It's not an actual prop from the movie. It's a replica. It is a replica from the.
They
film.
don't make the hard copy to buy?
No, I have a paperback version
I know
that I keep in my room. But there they have like a worn, weathered hard copy version.
You know, I remember
like the
we
one
saw
that,
it.
Yeah, that's like similar to like the one you see in the film.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, I believe the kid carries it around.
I believe.
A wonderful Shrek reference.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a Shrek Easter egg in this list.
No, other than Shrek 4D that used to be there.
Right.
Minion Blast.
Yeah, but it's mostly been overtaken by Minions. This one's actually pretty cool. So actually, so moving from Jurassic Park to Hogsmeade, well, not Hogsmeade, but Diagon Alley. So the actual leaky cauldron sign purposely drips water periodically.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Just like, yeah,
Like in the film.
yeah.
It's called the fucking leaky cauldron for a
Yeah,
reason.
at least, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So going back to Jurassic Park, these are all I have them mixed. So you've never been to Camp Jurassic. Most people haven't.
Yes, I have.
You've been inside?
Yeah, we went into the cave.
Yeah, I think you went with me once. Most people don't even know about Camp Jurassic.
Yeah.
Camp Jurassic is super cool,
Yeah.
and the cave system is the best part.
Dude, I saw a video of some chick.
She lost her wedding ring.
Yeah. Her
I think-
engagement ring.
Engagement ring. Yeah, but they were willing to
the employees
stop the
went and
geysers,
got it.
and got it for her. So, if you really look in there, there are sections of like actual amber
Yeah.
with mosquitoes in it,
Yeah.
but they have also placed bits of amber with other animals trapped in them.
Dope. Yeah, I remember
to simulate like actual amber, what it would have been like back in the day,
Yeah,
not just like insects, actual animals fully encased in amber,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, that whole dude, the light, the vibe in there,
Yeah,
very Jurassic
with the
Park.
steam, like the humidity that it adds to, it's like a
Yeah.
cool humidity.
And it's
'cause
like a
you're in
legit cave.
Yeah,
You know, it's a legit cave system with like
Yeah,
more than one floor to
it
it.
really doesn't feel childish. When you go in
No,
it.
it's cool. You have to actually, and you gotta actually like, you know, be somewhat physically, you know what I mean?
I don't know about all that,
You
but
can't-
you're
you're gonna
can
get wet
lost.
if you're not quick. You're gonna get wet. 'Cause,
Really?
Yeah, some of the rope ladders and stuff like that, or the rope bridges, they're under the geysers.
Oh,
That's why it's always wet in
Uh.
there.
Uh.
Yeah.
huh. Okay.
Here's one. I know that you talked about the X in Toon Lagoon, but I have something different for Toon Lagoon.
I didn't talk about it yet.
No, but I remember you and I were talking about it
You
earlier.
brought it up, yeah.
In Toon Lagoon, all the windows have comic strips on them.
Yep.
In the right order.
Really?
Yes, they're in the right order.
That's pretty cool.
I'd never noticed that.
Yeah.
I was just looking into it. Like I would look up, you know, Easter eggs about each section of the park, and then someone would put up pictures, and I never really. I just assumed it was just like normal, just random paintings just for immersion.
Yeah.
But no, they are legit comic strips, and you can actually read them like they're comics,
yeah.
which
Yeah,
is pretty crazy.
That's super sick.
Toon Lagoon is so underrated, man. They really. I know in the last
It
episode.
just doesn't. It doesn't really bring the crowd.
Well,
dude.
that's because they're all based on cartoons that are really.
Old.
Yeah,
That's
you know what I
it
mean.
is.
They closed.
I love
What's the Matter
Dudley.
You?
Dudley's the queue. It's usually fast, but if you're like able to like walk through it and like look, I love how they grab like Star Wars.
Yeah, and they're
And
making fun of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
they're
so
like they're like
funny.
fake.
Their
They're like
version,
gag movie posters
with like Dudley
with their
and, like, the
characters.
yeah.
The Mounties.
I love that. I think that's hilarious. Probably one of my favorite parts of that ride.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I would love to see not a change, but more of a facelift for Toon Lagoon.
It'd be nice.
Keep Dudley's, keep Popeyes, but maybe, I don't know, introduce some slightly. Obviously, you gotta keep Betty Boop. That's as universal as it gets. But
Is
maybe
it?
incorporating a little more.
Isn't Betty Boo supposed to be like a hooker?
I am 100% not sure.
I think so.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, girls gotta make money. So
Fish go to swim, birds go to eat.
birds gotta eat. Wonderful. We called Betty Boop a hooker, and then we threw in a Disney
A
reference.
Disney reference.
We are
Finding Nemo.
all over the place.
Hey man.
Yeah, it is what it is. This one's pretty cool. I don't know if you never noticed.
Before we keep skipping the segments. Segment time.
What segment? Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Let's
So
get it in.
I'll go first.
Uh-huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, back to one of our fan favorite. I don't know about fan favorite, but it's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
UBU Fact or Fiction.
Alrighty.
In this segment, I give Nico a series of facts, and it's up to him to determine as to whether or not they are 100% true or 100% false.
Let's do it.
No ifs, ands, or maybes. Ready?
Hit me with it.
Our first fact. There is a hidden reference to the old Sinbad show in the new Wizarding World area.
New Wizarding World like an epic.
Hogsmeade.
Shit. I don't know.
The old Sinbad show. You and I saw it when we were very, very young. One of the final years of its existence.
Fact.
It is a fact. Yes, that is a fact. So there's a small Easter egg. There's a prop marked Sinbad shipping company that you can find in Hogsmeade honoring the retired stunt show.
Nice.
Very, very cool. Next one.
Here with it.
So this one, most people don't know. I've heard a lot of people say like close to what it actually the situation is, but usually they get it wrong. All right. So the butterbeer recipe is top secret and it's locked in a vault. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
It is true. It is true. The formula is kept confidential between Universal and J.K. Rowling.
Get the fuck out
It
of
is.
here.
It is. And she did not create
It's just
the butterbeer recipe.
butterscotch.
Yeah, but their ratio and their way of making it frozen. Yeah, so she did not come up with the recipe. Universal Creative, the culinary team, created the recipe. She's the one that went through like all the testing phases and everything and approved on which one it should be.
Okay.
Universal did all the work though. So Universal technically created butterbeer, the actual official recipe.
Okay.
And their ability to make it consistent. Okay. Number 3. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure is the longest roller coaster in Florida. Fact or fiction?
In Florida, in general.
Florida.
Did you fact check this?
Yes, I did this time.
Okay. I'm going to say no.
No, it is not. Exactly. It is not. It feels long, but it's not. It's the ride longer than Hagrid's is Mako in SeaWorld. So, number 4.
Number 4.
The Fast and Furious Supercharged ride uses real cars from the movies in the ride. No, that is not true. No. The cars are just static props and replicas, none of which were actually used in the filming of the movies. Yeah. Okay. So, number 5.
Him with it.
Number 5. Universal Studios Florida was the first Universal park ever built.
Studios, yes.
Wrong.
Universal?
The first Universal park.
Okay.
No, it was not. No, so the first one was actually Universal Studios Hollywood. That is the oldest Universal, the very first one. And that one opened in 1964. Yeah. And that is UBU Fact or Fiction.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Crazy
very
stuff.
Nice. I got 3 out of 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. My average score for them.
Yeah. I think the only one you got wrong was the butterbeer one, but that one I've heard
the butterbeer one and the other one. What was the other one?
What, the one about the Sinbad show? No, the Sinbad show you said it was true, and it is true. Yeah.
Okay.
Hagrid's is not the longest coaster. It's Mako. Mako is longer.
I figured
from its release to the public. Yeah, it is much longer than Hagrid's, but Hagrid's is pretty long.
Not really.
Track wise, it is very very long. It just doesn't seem that way because
not as long
sections.
As like the Hulk.
The Hulk is actually not as long as Hagrid's.
No way.
Yeah, it's not as long. It's in size and scale. It's huge.
Yeah,
but the time and everything, it's much shorter than Hagrid's.
What about Velocicoaster? Velocicoaster has to be longer than Hagrid's.
I believe it is. Yeah.
Because don't forget, you have inside the enclosure and then those huge loops.
Yes, absolutely. And the whole outer portion where you do the barrel roll and everything. But funny enough, when they did the refurb, speaking of the Hulk, when they did the refurb for it, I think it was around 2016 that they refurbished it. So when they changed from the old carts to the new ones, one of the writers from the Fallout Boy did the music for, I believe, either the entirety of the Hulk ride or the second half. That's why the second half sounds different.
Like ass.
I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah,
no. The second half of Hulk is the one that gives me the most headache out of the entirety of the ride. I love the Hulk, though.
Yeah.
It's just the second half just doesn't have that grand sense of, like, I'm on a giant roller coaster because it's much smaller with more tighter loops and turns.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tell you, man, that when you do that giant loop all the way down through the mist,
that's the best.
That's as universal as it gets.
Yep.
That is as universal as it gets.
Yeah.
Honestly, one of the best roller coasters in all of existence is the Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah. It's up there.
Dude, it's up there. It's a classic.
It's definitely up there.
It's a classic.
Velocicoaster is one of the best.
No, of course.
Best tier.
Yeah, it's extremely well made.
So, yeah.
So, moving from the Hulk into Seuss Landing, this is 100% done on purpose for the way that it was designed. Seuss Landing has not a single straight line in any of its structure or format.
Oh, yeah, no, I know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is crazy. Nothing is straight.
Mm-hmm.
Everything has somewhat of a curve to it.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing that is technically straight is obviously the railings for the lines.
And the windows.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Which I'm not even sure because I think the framing
depends on what window you're talking about.
Yeah.
If we're like when you go to order from Green Eggs and Ham, the window is
right. But the structures themselves have zero straight lines. That's fun. So obviously we have like all the surface level stuff like the Kong and the banana statue and the mummy and everything.
We've spoken about that.
But believe it or not, the coffee cup is amongst the props in the line for the mummy. Brendan's actual coffee cup.
Really,
that's part
where
of the
is
meme.
it?
Yeah, so it's in somewhere in the line. So not exactly when you're in the the part that actually feels like you're in one of the tombs, but in one of the beginning areas where they have all the actual real props that were from the film.
Movie, yeah, behind those cages.
Yeah, as like a bit of a spoof. The coffee cup is there.
Dude,
No magi, no
dope.
service.
Nice. Well, some other things are, so when you're going through Fast and Furious, I don't know, do you have this one written down?
It depends which one you're going to talk about. Are you going to talk about the switch boxes?
Yes.
Yeah, talk about that.
So it's the power boxes it has all 3 rides that were there. Well, rides. One of them wasn't a ride.
It's an experience.
Right, which was the graveyard, Beetlejuice's graveyard bash, right? Graveyard.
It was like the graveyard review.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like
Which
the
is
whole
him
show
and
with
the
the Universal
Universal
Monsters. Wayne Brady actually acted in that one.
Yeah. So it was that, and then it shows Earthquake.
Yeah, Earthquake, which would become, it was Disaster that would then become Earthquake.
Yeah. So it shows, you can see it says the little switch bar, and it has the keys for them to like to power them on.
Yeah.
And then in the queue, if you look within one of the where they have all the parts, there's
like the fenced area, the enclosed,
like those little sections that are all gated up, and there's a bunch of parts everywhere. I think it's the one where there's like the alternators and the carburetors.
Yeah.
At the top is a little stuffed Beetlejuice.
That's awesome.
A lot of people don't know about that.
We miss you, Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I forgot to mention this when we were talking about the Hulk. One is the Stan Lee cameos in Spider-Man, the ride.
oh yeah.
So,
And he's like animated too.
Yes, and he's animated. Yeah, and obviously his actual voice at the end of the ride is him.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. We love Stan Lee.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Legend.
Also, the Kubert signatures, if you want to talk about that.
Right. So Adam, the designer, what's his last name?
Adam Kubert.
Adam Kubert. He was hired by Universal Creative to basically draw up custom designs that were going to be posted all around Superhero Island. So he is responsible for drawing. He hand drew all of them
specifically for that Superhero Island area.
Now, Universal reached out to him and told him, "Hey, you cannot sign your work. Your signature cannot be anywhere on it. It will not be put up with the statues, with said posters. They're giant. They're giant statue posters,
murals or portraits that are amongst
portraits.
Portraits
is a better one." And he was like, "Okay." So what he did was, if you look very closely at some of the superheroes, like I think a lot of them consist in their feet or in the kind of scribbles in their suits. You will see Adam written out, and it's packed in so well that it fits with the wrinkles of whatever part he wrote it on to put his signature in there. And one of them has, I don't remember what the name is, but it is his son's name.
Oh, really? He put one in there?
Yeah, he put his son's name in one of them because the concept that he had to draw it up was inspired by his son. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's those are little Easter eggs to look at. I know, I'm pretty sure for I think it's Doctor Doom. It is at his foot. Same thing with Captain America. Captain America, I'm pretty sure it's his arm when he's bent.
That's crazy.
With the shield, yeah.
I wonder if there's one on Wolverine. That's one of my favorite portraits of Wolverine. Because part of him is he's actually part of the structure of that store, and then the claw touches the actual street.
Yeah,
leaning in.
Yeah. No, it's there. It's all there. So you just gotta look for it. You'll see Adam. It looks like it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sick.
In almost every land, there are like several Easter eggs. So it doesn't matter if you're in Superhero Island, in Seuss Landing, Jurassic Park, Hogsmeade. The Lost Continent, not as much because a lot of the stuff was removed, unless you have like reference, Easter eggs that are like in Hogsmeade or stuff.
Yeah.
That are references to like like we talked about Sinbad.
Yeah.
The only things that still remain there, as far as like you have like the fountain, which is like is animated, and messes around with people and speaks to them and throws water at them.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, there is a symbol that is a reference to Poseidon's fury. In the giant hand of Poseidon's trident, there's a carved symbol in there. And then you also have, I don't know if it's still there. You can sometimes hear audio from one of the bridges, I think, behind Mythos.
Yeah,
of a
under
troll.
it. Yeah, it's the troll that lives under the bridge.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it's still there. Up until that thing goes under construction, it's going to be there.
Right.
There's just audio that plays.
Same
but a lot of people don't go down there.
Studios has a bunch, like in Simpsons Land. The actual phone next to the Quickie Mart works, and there's like an audio, tape that plays in there. Same thing.
I actually never seen that one.
Like the water in the crashed police cruiser, actually, like the fire hydrant squirts water sometimes during the day. A bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah. Little hidden details like that.
Yeah. The Simpsons ride itself, in the pre-show, they explain like what it used to be and why now it's the Simpsons ride. Like why Krusty bought the deed from Doc Brown.
Yeah. Because it was Back to the Future before.
Yeah, it was Back to the Future before.
Which is really funny. It's pretty cool that they still
Black has a whole bunch.
Things.
When I was doing the fact or fiction, this is one that I left out. This is just a really cool tidbit since we're already in that area. In Men in Black, you know how like where you go to look to see your picture that was taken? Yeah. There's a little arcade behind there.
Oh, yeah.
There's actually an arcade in one of the back doors that's for employees.
Really?
Yes. I from what I looked into it, that arcade is separate from, there's an actual arcade in like the backstage area that's for employees. I'm gonna look into that to confirm. But
we should go and film a thing and ask one of the employees, see if they'll tell us.
See if it's real. Yeah.
Well, since we're still on Men in Black, let's talk about how it's not uncommon to see people do it. But if you're not an avid Universal follower,
yes,
you can request team members.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the night,
if they have someone available
to go under, when you're going through the ride, when you're going in the queue, you kind of pass the office and you have the giant aliens that are at the desk and they kind of just turn. Well, you can go into that room, take pictures at the desk, and the forms,
sign
the binders,
the immigration book.
You can fill out your immigration form there and flip it over.
As an alien.
A lot of people do it. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, from my understanding, it's like usually you can ask. It's usually if they have someone available to be able to take you and do. Yeah. That's like one of those like little things that very few people know about.
We should go.
I would love to go do it and go sign the book. That'd be really, really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That'd be a really good clip.
Yeah. You have like all the surface level stuff, like you have Creature that comes out in the window.
Yeah, everyone knows because everyone stands there and they knock and they're like, oh. You know what I mean?
In Men in Black, I saw this in person one time and I rarely see people do it. So do you remember when we passed by when you go through obviously the fake elevator at the beginning?
Oh yeah, the doors,
and then you see the coffee break room. Yeah. If you go a little bit past, if you mess with some of the doors, they have effects. So like the zero oxygen room, if you pull it, it spits out air at you.
And then the next one over is the film room, and if you pull on the door, if you yank on the door hard enough, the light behind it like shocks out. It's pretty sick. A lot of things people don't know.
Yeah, at the end of the ride, when you go up the stairs, you have like the little alien that they speak Huttese from Star Wars messing around, talking behind like what's it called, the curtain for like the windows.
Yes, the blinds.
Yeah, the blinds. Yeah, very funny.
Yeah, dude, those Easter eggs going around the park when you know them, you go and you spot them out. It's a fun little thing to do.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of like hidden aliens throughout the whole ride, which is the whole point. They're like hiding.
Yeah.
And peeping out. Most people don't know. This is one thing I tell everyone to do. Dude, when you see the eyes in the trees, shoot at them. They tend to give higher points than the normal aliens that are completely visible.
Yeah.
I do that every single time.
Yeah.
And the button does work. The button gives you about 100,000 extra bonus
points,
but you have to hit it at the right time.
Yeah. You can't hit it before or after. It has to be right on time.
No, I've tried to do it early and I missed the bonus. I've also done it late and missed it. You have to do it exactly when Zed tells you to hit the red button. Pretty crazy.
I always get that bonus. It's so super dope.
Yeah. No, it's a good help. It's a good help.
I was gonna make that one of the trivia questions, but it's pretty simple. It was like, how many points do you get when you hit the bonus?
No, I mean, not everyone knows
how many.
It gives you 100,000. Yeah. For the longest time, I don't know if
What's
they.
the most amount of points you can get on Men in Black?
You know, I don't know that.
Really?
I really don't know.
It's
What's the max possible? Is it 999?
yeah, it's 999,999.
There is a Facebook group I know about that there are people that consistently post their high score. I don't know what it's at now. I don't know if anyone's ever hit the 999,000.
I've seen a guy that does it. He does it every
Really?
time. He does that, and then he got 150 on the one next to him.
So he was doing dual.
Yeah, well, he did the first one, and then he picked up the second one and did that.
I wonder what the technique is.
I saw it. I'm gonna do it when I go next time. I'm gonna master it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I saw the technique that I thought you couldn't do, and he. I had already thought about it, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna risk it, because every time we've gone and I've thought maybe if I did this, there was a bet on the line, so I didn't risk it. But he confirmed it when I watched the video, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that.
You're not gonna share with the class?
No, not with the class. I'm gonna gatekeep this one. Honestly, I am gonna gatekeep this. I'll tell you later.
We should do an entire episode of universal secrets and hacks.
Yeah.
That'd be a good episode.
That would be a good.
Sharing with the folks some tidbits of knowledge.
But I mean, we already kind of do that. We kind of already give them the tips and tricks.
Yeah, with the UBU Bros Guide to the Universe series.
That is.
Yeah, but I don't think we do one
quality.
that is just information, just insider tips. Kind of cutting the fat off of planning and blah blah blah. This is stuff just straightforward, factual lines of information of tips and not tips and tricks, but secret information or not commonly known things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, let's get into the UBU trivia.
Here we go. This is the part where I make an absolute fool of myself because
Honestly, these are not that difficult.
we'll see.
Imagine.
Foreshadowing.
Let's see if I can get this thing open. There it goes. Okay. This is from last episode. Let's see if it loads.
The last one I was 0 for 4, right?
There it goes. It finally refreshed. Yes, you got 0 out of 4.
I was 0 for 4.
Okay.
Very upsetting. And I was close.
Let's get into UBU trivia. Question number 1. What was the date that Universal Studios Florida officially opened? The year. What was the year, not the date?
1990.
That is correct. Question number 2. What does the plate on the DeLorean from Back to the Future say?
Out of time.
That's correct. Question number 3. How fast does the Mummy go at its highest speed?
Oh, God, not these questions.
You know they always get difficult at the end.
When you start asking me specific
Look at how
numbers,
I baited you, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
You thought, oh, I'm gonna breeze through this.
No, I knew something was wrong. I'm going to say the Mummy does not go that fast. It does not go that fast. It is an indoor coaster. I'm going to say and there's no multiple choices there.
No?
That's it. I'm hoping it's a flat number. I'm going to say that the Mummy goes 40 miles an hour.
You were very close. 45 miles per hour. Ready? Question number 4. How fast did Rip Ride Rocket go at its highest speed?
I want to say that Rip Rocket at its top speed was faster than the Mummy. So if the Mummy's 45, but it's not as fast as Velocicoaster, or it wasn't as fast as Velocicoaster. I want to shoot for somewhere in between. I want to say that at its max speed, the fastest that Rip Rocket would go. I want to say 55. How off am I?
The correct answer is 65 miles per hour.
Oh my god.
That's going to wrap up UVU trivia. Let's take a quick break. And we're back.
Alrighty, folks. And
Let's
now
get
we're on
into
to
our
our
segment.
next segment. Yes. So this is Universal Memoirs. Fun stories that people have posted online about times at Universal, some good, some bad, some funny.
Let's do
So
it.
here we go. Ready for the first story?
Hit me with it.
Okay. Not really a horror story, but I saw a fist fight break out directly in front of me in the ET line.
Nice.
The 17-year-old 90-pound girl worker broke that shit up, and it was crazier. She better have gotten an award. Then
Now, how do you get into a fight at ET, dude?
I don't know. It's a
It's
very
like
peaceful
majestic.
place.
Exactly.
Right. Well,
Nice.
you know,
Respect.
who knows, dude? I don't know. Maybe they were arguing about how many owls there are on the ride.
Another Easter egg.
This is not helping ET save his planet at all, by the way.
Next.
Next one. So, my mom was once waiting for me and my brother outside Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Rest in peace. This is her horror story of what happened outside the queue. Some idiot teenager repeatedly tried to smuggle his phone past ride security. $100 says he wanted to do a TikTok for the ride, and ended up getting kicked out of the park for 24 hours for refusing to put it in a locker.
Nice.
So, his family, and I mean the whole family, this was clearly a trip with extended family, was furious. But not with the kid, with the security staff for giving him some consequences for his action. Someone said, but there's 20 of us here. One of them argued. Great, so your idiot kid has 19 potential babysitters. Not seeing a problem here.
Did the worker really say that?
No, but the person that posted this said that.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, why are people, like, there's rules for a reason.
Yeah.
Why are people like this?
What a bum. Anyways.
Absolutely ridiculous. All right, last one. This one is a true horror story. It's very disgusting.
Okay.
I was at the front of the line at the Leaky Cauldron for lunch. It was super hot outside, and a tray of ice water was standing on the counter, I believe for the people who were coming in to ask for ice water. This creepy person decided that it was okay to walk over and put her fingers in a bunch of the cups to claw out some ice to drop into her water bottle. Everyone working there was busy or not at the counter or in the back retrieving something. When I told her to stop, as others were going to drink those waters, she gave me a dirty look and continued to claw out the ice. It felt feral. Someone was coming back, and she scuttered away. I walked over to tell them what had happened, and they were horrified and threw out all the cups. There had to have been about 30 plus of them.
What? Wow.
Who are these people? Who are you, bro? Who does this?
The freestyle machines give out ice for free.
Right, but it might have been so hot in that area, there's not a lot of them easily accessible in Hogsmeade. Of the freestyle machines. They were probably just giving out ice water just to, complimentary for whoever was asking for ice water.
Then grab a cup if you're that thirsty. You don't just scoop out ice.
Oh, no. I'm with you. I agree. I'm saying as to why the water was water was being offered. But that's wild. Multiple cups? Like, you don't grab a cup and be like, okay, I'm going to take this one and this is my ice. No, you're just like, who does that?
What a psycho, man.
Probably European. Disgusting. Anyways, nasty. You cannot tell me it doesn't matter if your hands are clean. That's disgusting. Who does that? Like it's a matter of being disgusting and being careless.
Yeah,
I don't care that someone might drink this water, and I'm gross because I'm not even gonna attempt to pour out the water on the floor or something like that.
Oof.
Even if you try to reason out.
Damn, thank God someone caught her.
Bro, honestly, it's like I don't mess around with stuff like that. Like
Drinking somebody's nargled finger water.
ugh. Disgusting.
Gross.
So yeah.
Anyways.
Fun times at Universal. Make sure to be very clean.
Let's get back into the Easter eggs.
Yes.
Well, we only have few, and then we're going to go into our last segment, which is hot takes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another one that we haven't talked about, but I think this is a good Easter egg, right? That what the shark's name is.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know, but
Yes.
his name is Bruce.
Yes, Bruce the shark.
referring back to episode 2, if you didn't watch episode 2,
Yes.
the shark's name is Bruce because Steven Spielberg, I had to clarify just in case. A lot of Stevens in this world.
Right.
You know, Spielberg, his attorney, while filming Jaws, his first name is Bruce. Basically, he attributed the shark, he named it him because of how much trouble they went through to make the film and how
filming.
close the companies were to dropping him. And his attorney pushed all the way
Fought
through.
hard so that Jaws could be finished. And
So
filmed completely.
he dedicated the shark, the actual statue that is still there in San Francisco, in
Bruce the
Florida,
Shark.
is named Bruce the Shark. So,
Amazing.
it's not just Jaws.
No, it's not Jaws the Shark.
It's Bruce.
Jaws is the name of the book that the movie's based on.
Correct. What else? What are some other good ones?
Well, so we have so part of the Jimmy Fallon ride, they have a lot of those, marquees with movie posters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know that Jimmy Fallon used to be Twister.
Yeah.
So one of the marquees is an actual
Twister and then
ad.
Twisters.
Twisters. So one of them is an ad for a brand of soft drink called Twister Cola.
Yeah.
Which is a nod, obviously. And I believe somewhere else, either in the Jimmy Fallon ride, or in that, the general vicinity there is a framed picture of Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt together on the set of Twister.
Yep.
Love to see it. R.I.P. Bill Paxton, the Dinkster. Yeah. And then obviously we have, back in Islands, I didn't mention this when we were talking about Toon Lagoon, there is a section, so you know how like in Ripsaw Falls, it's a lot of rock structure.
Yeah.
Right. So one of those rock formations is called Plymouth Rock. Like in the northern United States.
Yes.
However, in Toon Lagoon, there's a sign that says Plymouth Rock, and the actual rock structure is shaped like the car, the Plymouth.
Nice. Yes.
Like the old-timey.
Yes.
And that's called Plymouth, which is kind of like a gag.
Yeah, that's really funny, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
And to end on my list of Easter eggs, this one I found out about on the holiday tour a year or two ago. So, when they decorate for the holidays in Islands of Adventure, somewhere, I think across from the bookstore, one of the light posts, they specifically put on a wreath one ornament to represent Max and another one to represent the Grinch, just on that one light post. And I saw them in person on...
What do they look like?
So you have the actual wreath itself, and they're not necessarily... It's not like literally just a statue of Max and the Grinch. They're kind of like oriental ornaments that are color-themed after both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But does it look like them or no?
No, it's just the color scheme is kind of referencing them, and they're put together on the wreath.
Okay.
Very, very beautiful. The actual tour guide pointed that out to us on the holiday tour on our way to Hogsmeade.
But that's the first when you did it the first time.
Yeah, I think it was the first time.
Because it wasn't when we did it.
No, the first time I went, I saw that because we had to walk through.
Yeah.
The Seuss Landing to get to
And
Hogsmeade.
then another one that, if you didn't know, if you're going for the holidays, Earl the Squirrel in the tree in New York, in what would be Central Park, where they put the tree.
No, not Central Park. That's actually just New York.
Oh, you're right. You're right. So the center strip, right in front of the mummy, the giant tree that's there, it's gonna be toward. How do I explain it? In the corner, facing the corner.
Yes.
So that's where the holiday tribute store is going to be.
This year.
Correct. Like they did last year.
Yes.
So it's going to be directly in front of that. If you go out, say you're coming out of the tribute store, right there in the tree, you'll see every now and then, I think it's like he's on like a 10, 15-minute timer.
Yes.
And Earl the Squirrel will literally, he'll literally come out.
He'll pop out.
And then he'll go back into the tree.
Yeah.
Which represents the squirrel that was once trapped in there, and he had
that chewed through the wiring.
Yeah, and he
that would literally become the actual myth of Earl the Squirrel.
He fried himself.
That's a shame.
And so he got dedicated. He now has his own little thing. This is what Saul got from one of the 3D printing machines.
Very old school, by the way. I don't know how much of what the age demographic is for our audience, but for those of you that remember back in the day, when you'd go to a zoo or any other sort of like childlike attractions, they would have these machines that you would put money in and basically make plastic molds. These have such a specific smell to them.
Yeah.
Very
plastic,
iconic.
It's burnt.
I remember when they did the tribute store for Jurassic Park, they also had, give or take, 3 machines of these.
Yeah.
That gave you limited edition molds that they don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
I'm hoping one day they bring. I love when they do retro stuff like this. This is very retro.
Yeah.
This as a souvenir, you can't get this kind of stuff anywhere.
Yeah.
Love that. And I also have one of the
sick.
Grinch as well. But when we decorate the set for the Hula Days, see what I did there? Yeah, we're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff from.
Don't do that. That's my thing. Imagine I just shut you down. Like don't.
No puns.
Alrighty, let's get into the last part of the episode before we wrap it up.
Absolutely.
UBU hot takes.
Why don't you go first on this one?
Okay. So, my hot take for this episode is going to be that I personally think, well, I don't think it's worth it to wait in that line to go meet the Grinch through the normal, how you can go and wait in that long ass line. I don't think it's worth it. I think if you really want to meet the Grinch that bad, pay for the holiday tour.
And you get so much more in return for the. I agreed. It's a guarantee.
Honestly, I watched them and they're standing there in the heat, wasting a day at Universal to stand there to meet the Grinch.
I'm. You know what?
Just so that you can get a TikTok.
I don't even think that's a hot take. I think I agree with you 100%.
But I think people that do it, they really only do it for the TikTok. That's it, and it's kind of cringy.
It is. It's a shame.
The Grinch is hilarious. He does his part.
He's fantastic.
They're doing their job and they're doing great. But the people that go and you're waiting in that line, unless you have a kid and you're not going to pay for the holiday tour because it's later. Well, now it's during the day. But
I think to kind of piggyback off of you, this is not my hot take, but I'm just adding.
Yeah.
Every time I've gone to do Christmas at Universal, I refuse to do the meet and greet breakfast.
Yeah, it's just.
It is not.
Didn't you do it?
No, I was gonna do it, but they changed. Here's the thing. Okay, so small rant here. They keep changing the structure of what they offer for the holidays at Universal every year. And in my opinion, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. This was going to be my 3rd year in a row of doing the holiday tour. And I'm not going to go this year because they completely changed the structure of like what they're offering and the time frame in which it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I liked the structure of like being in the park after hours because I'm paying for a separate ticketed event ending in Hogsmeade, which
and you
is a
get
beautiful
to,
show.
you get to go see
you know what I mean?
Wizarding World at night.
I can see the Macy's Christmas parade during any other day when I'm there. I think including it in the thing, and then first of all, it's not even after hours, so there is no real incentive. You're not, the food not always great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're kind of just mishmashing a lot of small things together to make it seem like an experience, and it upsets me because I love Christmas and I love doing the holiday tour, and the tour guides are amazing.
Yeah.
They're really the reason it's actually fun.
Yeah.
They're super nice people. You kind of almost make friends with them for one night. They're super cool. You can talk to them about stuff. They are also hardcore globe heads. They work at Universal. They love what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're super nice. They, will help you take pictures. They want to make sure that you have the best moment ever with whoever you're with in the tour group. But man, what they're offering this year is just not it. It's not it. But yeah, I mean, if you've never met the Grinch before, you really want to meet him, the holiday tour, is probably the best way to go.
You get to see the show. The show is.
You can see the show.
I'm not into really musicals, but it was well done, honestly. It's pretty
because
funny
it's
to
the
watch.
Grinch.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? Yeah,
I thought it was really funny.
They don't stray too much from the movie either. So,
was the Martha May hot or not? I don't remember.
The first year I did it, I would say yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We got screwed on this last one. Yeah.
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 But what can you do? The Grinch is always.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I will never complain.
Yeah, he's hot. Imagine.
You know, they had to actually security will not allow any fresh produce into the park.
Oh yeah,
because of
the
the
onions.
onion incident.
Yeah.
People just kept bringing the Grinch onions.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I gotta stop yawning.
Yes, you do.
Anyways.
So, now for my hot take.
Hit
And
us
we will
with
end
it.
on this note. So, my hot take is that I understand that the next attraction to replace Rip Rocket will be obviously the next big thing,
Yeah.
right, for all of us. Me personally, I don't think we should waste space in the park to have Hollywood drift here in Orlando. I hope that the ride that they're going to put is not going to be Hollywood Drift. I don't want another Fast and Furious ride in the park. I don't really care for it. Curse of the Werewolf is basically what Hollywood Drift is. You can get the same experience.
Yeah, but it's
just
not
in a
as
different theme.
large and it's not as fast.
I don't find it attractive at all. I don't think that we should build it here. I think Fast and Furious.
I don't know how I feel about that, honestly.
If Fast and Furious isn't a ride similar to Test Track, we should not be wasting any real estate on an attraction that is attached to that IP whatsoever. If it's not a ride where you race a car.
Well, that's what you're doing.
No, it's basically, you know what I mean? There's so many more other things that they should be making before they make Hollywood Drift here. So many more. So many more innovative things that they can make here that are a lot cooler.
I think it'll be its own IP, its own thing.
I hope to God. I will be very, very upset if it's another Fast and Furious ride.
Honestly, I'm not against the Fast and Furious ride, but that's your hot take.
Yeah, I don't think they should build it. Period. Here.
That's a bold statement.
It is a bold statement. I know people, you know, Hollywood Drift is like kind of like the savior of the IP in Universal Orlando terms, because obviously, you know, Supercharged is hot garbage.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I don't care. It's nothing. It's just a bigger version
you know,
of the werewolf.
the ride is so first off, you're in a bus it doesn't even have a supercharger on it.
And they spray water at you. Where it comes from, I have no idea. This is basically.
But besides the point,
it's like a parody of the Kong ride.
like if it's gonna be supercharged, the front of the bus that's driving you should have a giant supercharger sticking out of it. You know, with a triple intake.
What is
header.
supercharged? What in the ride is supercharged?
Other than Dom Toretto's Charger, the Charger he drives through it in the
Right.
beginning, but then he crashes and it blows up. That's supercharged. But like, if you're gonna call a ride supercharged and the actual bus that you're on, because you didn't make it a car, doesn't have a supercharger on it, what are we doing here?
I think that
I think we don't know what a supercharger is.
When it comes to Fast and Furious, they've already messed up twice in execution. In the Hollywood Tram Tour, when they have the demonstration of Fast and the Furious, it's just those cars on those those arms that like spin around and stuff like that. And then here in Orlando, they have Supercharged, which is the world's worst bus ride with some of the worst character scaling ever.
Oh, dude, and then you have that pre-show that.
Yeah, man,
It's so
hard.
long, dude.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
god awful. It's god awful, and it sucks because like the actors in the queue, they try so hard,
Yeah, dude.
but they're trying to lift up a mountain of garbage.
Yeah. They're trying to make a dead animal look live.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
they're really
I'm gonna be honest with
trying.
you. I don't care for another Fast and Furious. It's over. It's over. It should suffer the same death
I think
that many
I
other
don't think they'd make it
attractions.
Hollywood Drift. Maybe if they did like Tokyo Drift, that's the most popular. That's my favorite Fast and Furious movie. It's a lot of people's favorite. If they did a Tokyo Drift,
I don't know, man.
I think you're just not seeing the full picture of the like you're getting the sensation of drifting. Like
No, I
imagine
get
if
it.
you were on Velocicoaster but you're drifting,
I get it. I get
or
it.
Hagrid's but you're drifting the corners.
It's just that there are
They
like
make it feel like
there are several other things that I want to come into fruition that I would love to see and experience well before that. Well before it. Okay? Don't come to me with another car ride until you give me a DeLorean coaster. I don't want to hear it.
All right.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Universal's where you ride the movies. I want Retro Universal. It is what it is. They know their demographic. They know what people want. That's why they're refocusing Universal Studios specifically. That's why they have the Mega Movie Parade. It's a massive hit. They're bringing back the Ghostbusters. They're bringing back the Beetlejuice with the Ghostbusters show. Universal has to be Universal.
Yeah.
Okay? You can do all that cool, crazy stuff somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. That being said, it's going to wrap up this episode. That's the end of UBU Hot Takes. Indeed, a very hot take from Saul.
I understand. I understand.
Very hot take, actually.
I know what I said.
I stand by, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys know the deal. Ads are our personal ads are at the corner of the screen. This is the page for this podcast, both TikTok and Instagram. Email is right up there. Once again, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next episode.
See you guys.
Peace.